Oh, seizures. I wanted to play this one before I pass out.
Welcome to Sprint Vector. You have been selected to compete in the galaxy's greatest sporting event. To ensure no muscle, nerve, or brain damage is occurred outside the acceptable range, please follow the instructions on the screen in front of you. Please follow the instructions on the calibration screen ahead of you. If you cannot find the calibration screen, please ensure your eyeballs are still in place. Congratulations! We have successfully calibrated your biometrics to our systems. If you feel that your arm length is incorrect, hit the recalibrate button on your left. Now that you've been calibrated, it's time to go over the basic movement controls.
Oh, that's actually...
Put your hand, or whatever appendage your species may have. Now try it again with your left hand. Excellent! It appears you have recovered from the nerve damage inflicted by the sub... Great work! Now, swing your arm down like you did before, and let go of the trigger as your hand passes your hip. Now, try it again. Congratulations, you appear to be in functional condition. You are now ready to race in the galaxy's greatest sporting event. Prepare yourself for Sprint Vector.
Really? I gotta do that the whole time? Oh my god. Okay. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, these sand monsters, creatures of all shapes and sizes, and everything in between throughout the universe and beyond, the moment you have all been waiting for is finally upon us. Welcome one and all to the Sprint Vector Championship Intergalactica! Once in every 4 galactic cycles, the galaxy's most skilled contestants are captured, selected, and beat to earn the galaxy's most fabulous prize. Anything the heart desires. Do they fight for freedom? Did they come for vengeance? For love? For money? Whatever their reasons, they all came here to win. What do you say we bring one of them out now?
If it means we get to see someone else on stage, then what are we waiting for?
Good one, Chick. All right, folks, it's time we put the power in your hands. Look down at your devices and vote for your favorite contestant, and we'll bring them out on stage. Just look down and pick someone. Anyone. By all means, make sure you're making the right choice, but remember, folks, we are live and waiting on you.
Maybe they're also blown away by the choices, or just like really disappointed and hoping an extra option will show up.
I'm waiting for the hype.
Hop on board the hype train and welcome the most infamous artist in the galaxy, Dax, to the stage.
I thought Mr. Entertainment had the biggest ego in the galaxy. You actually outdid yourself.
Our contestants have been to stand right here. Excellent. This is a big day for you. Tell me, kid, how does it feel?
I feel tired already.
That's great! Give him a hand, folks. What an amazing sport. Now, let's get on with it. Wish our contestant good luck and Godspeed. All right, kids, we can get right to it, or if you need it, you can practice a little first. Just kidding. Smart choice. You make sure to pay attention on the practice course, and you'll be running circles around the rest of them.
Don't worry. No one's saying anything bad about you for wanting to practice. They're just thinking it.
Welcome to Sprint Vector.
Before you start racing at top speeds, we'll first need to calibrate our system to match your range of motion. Please follow the instructions on the screen in front of you.
Oh, I should stretch.
Look for the calibration screen and follow the instructions. Alright, if you ever need to adjust these settings, hit that recalibrate button to your left. Now that we're calibrated, it's time to go over the basic controls. This is the trigger button. It will be used for many different actions in Sprint Vector. Go ahead and press the trigger 3 times with your index finger. Nice job! In Sprint Vector, we call the trackpad the jump button. It doesn't matter where you press on the jump button, as long as you press it down. Press the jump button 3 times with your thumb. Excellent! These are the grip buttons. While racing, be careful not to accidentally clench these buttons in the heat of the moment. Using your middle fingers, press down on the grip buttons 3 times. Sweet! This is the menu button. Hold this button to open the menu anytime outside of this tutorial. For now, press the menu button 3 times. Awesome! Let's go over the basic action used to play Sprint Vector. We call this action your stride. Your stride will be used throughout Sprint Vector to move you forward like you were sprinting. With good form, you can move faster with less effort. Good. Now try it again with your left hand in one continuous motion. Cool. Next, we'll add buttons to the mix. Good. Fantastic. Now, nice work. Great. Now that you have the motion and timing down, we just need to add speed. The more effort you put into your stride, the more speed you'll get in return. Repeat the same motion you did earlier, but make sure to release the trigger past your hip mid-swing. Try to reach the speed marked on the speedometer in front of you using your right hand. Awesome! Now try it faster. Reach at least the medium speed marked on the speedometer using your left hand. Make sure you're releasing mid-swing, past your hip. Cool! Great! In Sprint Vector, you can reach maximum speed shown on that speedometer with one swing of your arm. Remember that your stride will be used all the time in Sprint Vector. By maintaining good form, you can go much faster for significantly less effort. And trust me, you'll need that extra energy to pull off all the sweet stunts you can see in this video.
Sweet stunts, dude.
Let's get you moving. To skate, apply the stride motion you learned earlier. First, raise your hand out in front of you and hold the trigger button. Next, swing your arm down and release the trigger button mid-swing past your hip, just like you did before. Excellent! Now that you can skate, you should be able to make it to the end of any racetrack. While skating, the more effort you put into sprinting, the faster you'll go. As you go faster, you'll start to see lightning form around your vision. To make it past these gaps, you'll need to be going pretty fast. Use the speedometer under this video to check your speed. Once you start to go faster, you'll notice the speed lines around you change color.
Oh my goodness.
Great job! You might have noticed that you also have a personal speedometer attached to you. Use it to gauge your speed while sprinting.
Oh my goodness.
Turning is simple. Just sprint in the direction you are looking. Turn your upper body to face the direction you want to go. The faster you go, the more control you'll have when turning. The finish line is right around the corner. You can make it. Turn yourself to turn these corners. You can make sharper turns at higher speed.
Oh my god.
Awesome! Now you can turn and follow the curves of our tracks. To brake, just hold down both grip buttons and you'll come to a stop. Try using the brakes to stop yourself from running off this ledge. Braking allows you to control how you want to race by giving you the ability to regulate your speed while running and falling. Next up, let's go over the basic motion used for jumping. Jumping in Sprint Vector is a lot like launching yourself off the ground with your hands. With good form, you can jump higher and further with minimal effort. Put your hand in the glowing area in front of you and hold down the jump button. Good work. Now swing your arm. Fantastic. Now, try it again with your left hand. Nice job. You can also jump using both hands. Try. Good. Now that you got the motion down, let's unlock movement and try it for real.
This isn't gonna be a workout.
Try jumping around in place 3 times with either or both hands. Make sure to reach the jump force indicated on the jumpometer. Sweet. Great. Now you're ready to try some obstacles. Let's get you jumping. You will need to apply everything you just learned to jump over these hurdles. Let's jump these hurdles to get to the finish line. You can clear them from a standing position.
What the fuck?
You can jump twice. Give it a try. You can jump twice. Give it a try.
How are you supposed to run and jump at the same time?
Remember, you can jump twice before you touch the ground. You made it! Congratulations!
Difficult.
Now you can jump over obstacles along your way, even while moving at top speeds. During a race, you can jump across vast gaps after gaining some momentum from sprinting first. While your momentum carries you forward, you can jump at any point, even if you're already falling. Try running and then jumping to make it across these gaps. Don't worry about jumping before you fall off the edge. You can jump at any point, even mid-air. Now that you know how to jump while running, you will be able to soar through the racetrack and avoid obstacles easily.
Yeah, okay.
Now that you know the basics, let's put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track.
How do I turn again?
Excellent. Fantastic. Good. Nice job. You made it. Now that you've finished learning the basics, you're ready to take on the first race course. If you want to learn more mechanics, try the intermediate tutorial.
The wait is over, ladies and gents. Sprint Vector is ready to begin.
Intermediate tutorial going.
Let's learn some intermediate skills. While in air, you can fly by extending both arms forward and holding down the trigger buttons on both hands.
Okay.
Just like you're a superhero. You can't jump here, so you gotta soar to reach the finish line. Try and make it to that cliff above you by flying. While midair, hold both hands in front of you. If you hold down both trigger buttons, you'll start flying. You made it across. With flying, you can make much further gaps than you normally would by just falling. Remember, you can fly whenever you want. You don't need a boost. While flying, you can turn by simply twisting your arms, kinda like steering a car. Point your head and hands in the direction you want to go. Try to make it to the end by steering around these walls. To turn midair, twist your hands like you're steering a car. Now that you know how to turn midair, you can better control yourself along a racetrack when flying. To climb up a wall, simply pull yourself up by grabbing the green handles. To grab a handle, hold the trigger button over the handle, and your hand will snap to the nearest grabbable object. You can't jump here. Try and climb to the top of these walls. While climbing, you will want to pull yourself up and over the edge. Just reach out for the next object. Grab one with the trigger button and pull yourself up to the next one. Alternate your hands to steadily climb up the wall. Good job. Now you can
Okay.
scale up climbable walls.
Cool.
You can also fling yourself up a wall to climb faster. To fling yourself, first grab a handle with the trigger button, hold it above your head, and then throw it straight down to the floor. Release the trigger button on the way down. You can't slow climb these. Make it up the walls by flinging yourself upwards. Avoid scrambling up a wall. It's always faster and easier to fling yourself up a wall.
What?
Remember to look up so you can see where you're going when you fling yourself. Deliberately fling your arm towards the ground and release the node. Look up so you can direct yourself easier. Remember to release the trigger button midway through your swing when your hand is moving fastest to fling yourself at higher speeds.
Oh my god.
To fling yourself, grab any handle, look up, then swing your arm straight down and release the button along the way. Having trouble flinging yourself? Try to imagine throwing a ball downwards to the floor. Fantastic! Now you can quickly scale up climbable walls by flinging yourself
Holy
ahead of the
moly.
competition. Double tap the trigger button to shoot your glove blast and blow things out of the way.
Glove.
Glove blast the target to open up the path.
Oh, gotta run and shoot.
Point your hand where you want to shoot and double tap the trigger button. Glove blast the target to the glove blast can be used not only to interact with the environment, but also to defend yourself from others. While racing, you can also grab power-ups to augment your vector gloves. Smash through a power ball and double tap the trigger to activate your new ability. Use Nitro to boost your way across this gap. Use Nitro to boost your... While Nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take the lead with minimum effort. Now that you understand these new mechanics, let's put you to the test. Use what you just learned to make it to the end of the track. Nice job. Excellent.
Wait, what? Okay, I fell. Where? Oh. How do I fly again? Oh. Really difficult.
Cool. Fantastic.
Okay.
Great. Now that you completed these tutorials, you're ready to tackle beginner and intermediate race courses. Or you can come back and try the advanced tutorial if you want to master sprint vectors.
Know about mastery.
Sprint Vector is made possible thanks to Daxcape wearable cameras. And not because we kidnapped Dax or anything, really. They're just great.
Okay, now let's get to the advanced stuff. You might have noticed these green ribbons earlier in the climbing tutorial. These are called grip streams. You can grab anywhere on a grip stream by holding the trigger button over it. Once you grab on, it will carry you along its path. Use these grip streams to reach the next platform.
Okay.
Grab onto the grip. Any momentum you have before grabbing onto the grip stream will be kept. For this grip stream, you'll want to fling yourself across its length, just like you did in the climb. Just like climbing, flinging is always much faster and easier than simply holding onto the grip stream. The air brake allows you to slam towards the ground. Braking midair is just like braking on the ground. Just hold down both grip buttons to plummet downward. Brake while airborne to stop yourself from falling into the pit. You won't be able to fly here. Use the air brake to drop your way down to the floor. Integrating the air brake into your races will allow you to reduce the amount of hang time left over from flying or falling. In addition, you can combine flying with air brake to keep forward momentum while dropping. Drifting allows you to turn in place without moving your body. While skating, hold both the trigger and jump buttons down on one hand to drift in that direction. Drift this corner with your right hand to avoid falling into the pit.
Okay.
Remember to drift while skating. Nice. Additionally, you can sprint with your other hand while drifting to build more speed. You can pull your drift hand closer or further from your body to drift tighter or wider curves respectively. Drift around this wider corner with your right hand by pushing your drift hand further.
Oh no.
Hold the trigger and jump button on your left hand to drift towards
drift.
the left. The closer you bring the controller, drifting with your right hand will turn you towards the right.
What am I doing?
Make sure to drift over all the white floors.
Trying.
Almost got it. Make sure not to let go of your drift buttons during the drift. Drift the entire curve of the track. The floors will light up as you drift across them. Make sure the entire curve lights up before making it to the end. Nice! By pulling your drift hand closer or pushing it further from your body, you can control your drift radius.
That's so crazy.
Great! Now that you understand these advanced mechanics, it's time to put you to the test. Make it to the end of the track. Good. Fantastic. Nice work. Awesome. Congratulations on finishing the tutorials. Now you should know everything you need to race on any racetrack. If you want to know more about power-ups, feel free to try them out in the Power-Up Playground. If you ever need to practice or to refresh your skills, feel free to play any of the tutorials again.
Sprint Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end Vector blades and the only
Yeah, Streak.
blades worn by
I
our
can't see the chat, so.
contestants.
This game is nuts. I'm already tired and I haven't even made it through the tutorials. A lot more to it than I expected.
During races, you can smash through power balls to get power-ups that augment your Vector gloves. When you get a power-up, double tap the trigger button to use it. This area is a playground where you can test various power-ups on yourself. Go ahead and try out all the power-ups. When you'd like to leave, skate over to the exit behind you.
What the? Yeah.
Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the trigger to activate, and then start skating with all your might. The lag mine will create an area that slows down anyone inside it. Don't worry, you can't be slowed down by your own mines in a race. The prox mine lies in wait until another racer enters the bubble, triggering an explosion. The explosion knocks back all nearby racers and disables their locomotion for a The compressor mine is a high-gravity field that makes turning difficult and does incremental damage to anyone inside its radius. Place compressor mines next to hazards or big drops to create deadly traps to punish your opponent.
Drifting is so weird.
The impulse shot will fire a projectile. The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off.
Eh. Oh my god, I almost fell.
The crash missile disables the locomotion of a racer. If you can hit someone with one, they won't be able to skate, jump, or fly until it wears off. Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the trigger to activate, and then start skating with all your might.
How do I get out of here?
Overdrive will remove the limits on your speed. Double tap the trigger to activate, and then start skating with all your might.